Hey, good morning from South Jersey. It's a 3rd of March here. I just want to touch base with you. So much has happened since the last spoke to you. My last video was terrorism in America, and then the Oval Office fiasco occurred, and it was terrorism in the Oval Office, right? So I'm sure you've seen what occurred, and you got your sources on what their angle was, and I'm going to share mine. There were many bullies in that office that day. You had Donald Trump verbally attacking, and then J.D. Vance, and then that Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend, Brian, whatever his name is, Brian Glenn, attacking Zelinsky, making terrible, stupid remarks. But everybody that was compliant with that occurring, don't make any mistake, they're all bullies. Everybody in that room is a bully. Because no one said, hey, yo, Glenn, shut up. What are you, a fashion expert? Yo, Glenn, show some respect. No one said that, right? I want to find out where this guy is, because I tell you what, he really overstepped his bounds. But anyway, what's important to take from that meeting was not only was the terrorism that Zelinsky had to endure, right? The bullying, the browbeating, the pressuring, all the synonyms that are intimidation. Intimidation is what? Form of terrorism. Terrorism, the use of violence or intimidation against civilian population for political gain. And intimidation, to make timid, to frighten, to make someone cower, to threaten them enough where they either act or they don't act. You freeze them. They're threatened. They don't know what to do. Zelinsky held his ground. Here's a tough guy. He's been going through so much. He's no joke, this guy. And everybody that knows anything about the world and history knows that you cannot let Ukraine fall, because Russia will go right into Europe. Any person of history that knows anything about World War II knows that. So that's what happened. Here's the main thing also that I wanted to share. Out of all the people, the media that's allowed in the Oval Office now, they're very selective now. The wackies around Trump, right? It's all the media is being controlled by him. MSNBC is not allowed in there. CNN, a few of those reporters, but everybody from Fox News has carte blanche, right? They go in there and just do whatever they want. What you have to realize, and what no one's really talking about, there was a group that was allowed in there that found their way into that meeting in the Oval Office during that fiasco in which they attacked Zelinsky. Do you know who was allowed in there? Russian media. Russian media found its way into the Oval Office that day. Coincidence? I don't think so. However, propaganda, they're going to use that over in Russia. They're using it to their advantage. So not only is Donald Trump, I'm going to do this faster than, I hope I can do this faster. Donald Trump is not only guilty of terrorism, which I shared in my last video. He is now guilty of treason. Treason. What is treason? Treason is the betrayal of one's nation by attacking its government. By attacking its government. All the tariff price impacts. I put that on hold. I wanted to go down the list with you, but I'll just turn this off. Where were we? That was talking about tariffs, and I want to touch on that. But we were talking about, Russian propaganda, what they're doing over with using that clip. And Russia be allowed in there. That's no coincidence. Russia's now using that to their advantage. Donald Trump is now guilty of treason, though. Okay, because treason is the betrayal of one's nation by attacking its government or aiding its enemies. Donald Trump has done both on the world stage for all to see. He is guilty of treason. Betrayal. What is betrayal? A loss of confidence or trust. A loss of confidence or trust. Do you really trust Donald Trump has our interests? No, he's dismantling the G7. He's turning his back on NATO. He is publicly taunting and berating and browbeating and bullying the president of Ukraine on world TV. He is aiding our enemy. Russia is our enemy. Make no mistake. And I don't want to frighten you because I'm going to share something with you, but there's no there's no coincidences. I've been talking to you about getting ready, getting your car maintenance, putting gas in it, getting water and all your medications together. Today's Monday, please do it, because you know as what's happening today? Today, the 3rd of March, 2025, after this fiasco in the Oval Office, which we just saw terrorism on display, Pete Hegseth is telling and ordering our cyber command to stand down on its surveillance of Russian activity. One more time. Pete Hegseth, our Secretary of Defense, is telling Cyber Command to stand down on its monitoring of Russian activity. When does Interpol get involved? Cybersecurity, crimes against humanity, terrorism, and organized crime. Cybersecurity. Elon Musk has been going into our database for over a month with his weird kids, and who knows how vulnerable they've left us or what they've opened up. And now we are told that Cyber Command isn't going to be monitoring Russian activity on all the things that were just opened up from America for the past month. That's frightening. To go into all our own databases, all the databases of our businesses, all the databases of all the energy and the goings on, transportation, all the things on cyber. The lights could start blinking. People's traffic, you know what I mean? Things could go crazy. They can do whatever they want if we're not monitoring cyber-wise as of today. So the hammer has to fall. The world leaders have just met. And they get their information from our cyber command as well. So when it's shut down, as it is going to be today, what do you mean we're not getting any information on Russian activity? The Americans, they shut down their cyber command. There's no more monitoring Russian activity. It's not good. So I believe we're at crunch time, and I take no joy in it, but I'm going to end it with this. Get everything together, get your friends, your circle of trust, flashlight, enough non-perishable food for at least 5 days, gallons and gallons of water, or at least the access to fresh water, how you're going to obtain it, and be careful. If you can't trust traffic lights and there's no ding, 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 no train, they shut that stuff down. Trains are going to be, you better when you hit a train crosswalk, make sure you look both ways. I mean, things can start getting very dangerous is what I'm saying. And I'm not being, the sky's falling down, but we've been doing this together for 3 months now. It's crunch time. Donald Trump just, for the world to see, berated our ally, berated someone that we're supposed to protect from Russian aggression. And today, Pete Hegseth just had our cyber command shut down surveillance of Russian cyber activity. Wow. Right? Wow. So anyway, get back to me. On TikTok, I will remain here until I get booted. 144-291-253. On YouTube, I'm Jerry Doran. Find me on YouTube. And we'll get through this together. It's a frightening time right now, but we've seen this coming, right? We've seen this coming. All right, God bless you. It's under 9 minutes. Find something to make you happy today, but get your stuff in order to be able to hunker down and be safe out there. Because if systems start going down, they start going down. Transportation, safety, communications. Come up with a plan with your family and friends, honestly. If everything gets shut down, listen, tell your kids, I'm going to come get you in school. I'll find you. You have to come up with plans, figure things out. If everything was to shut down right now and this was to go black, how would you react and what would you find yourself in need of? Get those things. A radio, flashlight with batteries, non-perishable food, your medications for your loved ones. You want to see your mother, your father have a stroke or something and you can't help them? Anyway, I'm going in different directions, but there's a lot, right? The Oval Office and now Pete Hegseth telling Cyber Command to stand down. I hope I talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm sure I will. And I believe arrests are going to have to be made soon, and so does the world. All right, talk to you soon from South Jersey.